Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So in this video, we'll continue the same series of Raspberry Pi hacking series, and in this is the seventh video. In this, I'll just try to explain you how to make yourself as anonymous while you're traveling. You can use your Raspberry Pi and what are the configuration you required on your Raspberry Pi. By that way, you can make yourself anonymous. Most of the time the people are using a VPN itself, but it's a paid one, or if it's an open VPN, then in that case most of the time there is a possibility someone can steal your data or something like that, whatever. If you are using sensitive stuffs on that VPN itself, there might be a possibility someone is seeing or sniffing your packets itself. So it's far better for you use your anonymity. You can use that, but this is also not a secured one, I can say that. But at least for some type of stuff where you're not doing any transaction, anything like that, you can utilize this. Okay, this is the easy way, and I can say that this is very portable way. You simply have to plug your Raspberry Pi with any power bank itself, put it aside and try to get it connected with your phone, with your iPad, with your laptop. Then in that case, taking a putty itself, you try to do that stuff itself. If you're doing the penetration testing, then in maybe a possibility in couple of time, like the traffic from multiple locations get blocked, or it's from a specified location the traffic is get blocked. So at the time itself, there is a possibility we required the IP address belongs to out of that network itself. So there is no change, like it's very difficult for us to plug and unplug that cable continuously from our router itself just to get the new IP address. So it's far better for us to utilize that at the same place itself. We can get the different IP address all the time itself. Okay, so now this is the explanation for it, and now I'll explain you few things on the go itself. What are the things if it's coming in between of it at the time of the configuration? I'll explain you about it, what exactly those stuffs. Okay, so let me go to the Raspberry Pi. Let me open the putty. So in this, we simply have to put the username and that IP address. It's 0.101. we simply have to get it login. Okay, now let me make it as root, make it full screen. And sorry, last time itself I forget to make that full screen itself, and even couple of time at the time when I'm seeing the video, I thought that the font is bit low. Let me try to make that font bigger so that it's easy for the person to see that. Let me try. I think this will be great now. Okay, so now we'll proceed further now onwards, and what we have to do, we have to first update our Raspberry Pi so that if anything is get changed from the last session itself, so it get updated before proceeding further. We'll just wait for some time to get it updated, and then we'll proceed further with the upgrade, and then we'll start install few softwares which we required for this session. So update and upgrade, both our things are done. Now we'll proceed further with the installation of the. So we have done with the upgrade and update, both the things. Now we have to install a software, and the first one is a Tor. Now the another one is Proxy Chains. Once we're done with both the softwares to be get it done, now we have to go for the configuration. So I'll explain you few things in this configuration itself. etc proxy chains .conf. Okay, let me modify this configuration and then I'll explain you. .0.0.1 9050. Perfect. Done with the modification. Okay, so what we have to do, You simply have to restart the service. Start. Perfect. So proxy chain should be working over here now. Okay, perfect. So now I'll explain you what exactly the configuration I did that over there. Okay, so what exactly is happening? There are three terms which I'll show you once again. The same things, I'll just open it once again. So there is one is a dynamic chain, there is one is a strict chain, and there is a random chain. Okay, there are three type of chains which we can see inside of the proxy chain. So there is a little bit difference between all these three things. Okay, strict chains is a thing where we have the sequential, like if we have defining multiple proxies, so it takes this proxy accordingly. Okay, so take example one, proxy number 1, proxy number 2, proxy number 3. So if proxy number 1 is working and proxy number 2 is not working, so at that time, once your request is reached to proxy 2, your connection will be dropped. That's a disadvantage of strict chain. Now we're talking about the dynamic. In case of dynamic, if proxy 1 is working and proxy 2 is not working, so it will skip the proxy 2 and reach to the proxy 3, so there is no drop in the connection itself. And in case of random chain, it will pick any proxy as per the need itself. If there is a need of it will take randomly either a proxy 1, then proxy 3, then proxy 1, then again proxy 3, something like that. It will pick it randomly. So that's the reason behind it. These are difference between all these chains. Okay, now we'll proceed further. We have already restarted the services. So I'll show you one thing over here itself. Before running the proxy chain, I'll give you that IP address of my base machine right now. So this is the IP address right now, a public IP address. Even I can show you over here itself. You can see this is my IP address. Okay. Now, if we are using a proxy chain over here, with the same command, if I'm using the proxy chain, I'll show you that once again. These command I'll put it in a chat also, or in a blog, so that you can take that from the blog directly. Try to get it access on your machine also. When I run it with this, you can see the IP address is changed now. So using the Tor, using proxy chain itself, our IP address is different. So whatever the activity, we will try to do it with this way. Our IP address is always different other than our IP address, which is the actual IP address. So no one can see our actual IP addresses if we are using a proxy chain using Tor. Okay. So a few things I'll show you over here itself. Proxy chains, nmap google.com. So it will not give me any as it's going with that way. So that's the reason behind it. I think let me try capital P, and I think this will give me the IP address. No, I'm not getting anything. Okay, let me try for the DNS. It will take a time. Okay, I'm getting it. So in case of DNS itself, we are getting the output, and I'm assuring you that your IP address, whatever that hit is going it with that is something different. Even if I'll just show you once again, running with that same command once again, so you can see the IP address is different this time. So it's automatically changed. So there is no need to unplug the cable, restart the software just to get the new IP address. You simply have to run it, whatever that, whenever you run the query, it's automatically take new IP address and go ahead further with that. So no one can track you. This is a type of anonymous thing, stuffs you can configure on your machine itself on Raspberry Pi and make it a portable one. Anywhere you can use it. Wheresoever the internet is there, you can utilize this, get it connected this with a Wi-Fi, and then use it anywhere. Okay, now what we have to do, there is one more thing which I just want to explain you. Like there is a possibility if anyone can trace you back, and there is a possibility your MAC address is always be same. Okay, so just to overcome the problem of that one also, I'll explain you how to change the MAC address. Okay, so let me install the software first, and then I'll explain you what exactly the stuff which you're supposed to do it over here. I think it's already installed. So Mac changer hyphen s. Okay, sorry. Let me see the. Okay, it's VLAN 0. So what we have to do, it's ifconfig. Think it's VLAN 0 down. So unfortunately the Mac changer is not exactly working as I'm connected with the putty directly over here itself. So for that itself, either I have to get it connected with the LAN itself and then try to get an attempt for it for the VLAN 0, then it's okay. But unfortunately if we try to change it directly with that LAN itself, like as I'm connected with the VLAN, and if I'm trying to change the MAC address of it, it's not allowing me. Even I can't shut down that was the reason behind it. So for that you have to get it connected with the LAN first, your Raspberry Pi, then you have to change the MAC address and then you can use it. But for the normal browsing itself, just to do the activity for it, you can use that directly itself. There is nothing like that you have to utilize change the MAC address over there itself. So it's far better if you want to intentionally want to change it just to see like what can I change the MAC address or not of a machine, then definitely you have to use that you have to connect your Raspberry Pi with a LAN itself, and then after that try to attempt for the VLAN 0 itself to be get it shut down. Then using the same command, I'll put that command also, and you can use the same command. Like this is the command you have to use it. I'm not running it, so this is the command you have to run it, and by that way your MAC address will be get changed. Then after that when you run it, like once you run this, so it will show you the new permanent and the change one. Everything will be get it shown on your screen itself, so you can able to analyze what exactly the MAC address I have it earlier and now what exactly the MAC address I have it now. Okay, so this is all about the stuff which I just want to cover over here itself. So what exactly I have did in this video, I've just started with a Tor. I just wanted that my task is just to access everything even if I'm traveling it. So that's our motive, the problem statement. Accordingly, we'll try to use a Raspberry Pi as a device where we can do the any access, anything we're supposed to do it, but it should be anonymous. So by that way we have to install the Tor and proxy chain to get it configure the proxy chain. I have explained you about the three chains itself, random, strict and the dynamic, about each and everything about it. Then we have picked the dynamic one over here itself. Then we'll attach in the proxy chain, we'll try to do the nmap, multiple commands you can run it with the proxy chain itself. And after that itself I'll try to explain you the Mac changer also, which is not feasible with the running putty session itself, as I'm connected with the putty session through the Wi-Fi itself. If you're doing with the LAN, you can do that. So that is all about this. So I just want to get it covered in this video. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Take care. Bye bye.